So the Dallas Mavericks are a really interesting situation and sort of case study in kind of the way income inequality works in the United States of America. And what I mean by that is the sort of uproar, over the Dallas Mavericks getting the number one pick and then, of course, the rights to select the great white hope, who I'm going to start calling the Great White Flag, Mr. Cooper Flag himself with the number one pick, after a insane trade earlier in the season for another great white player. We don't have to go into that too much right now, but I think that the fact that so many of us, and by us, I don't mean me. I don't think there's a conspiracy here, but the fact that so many of us in the NBA sort of, fan base think that there is a conspiracy, I think says a lot about kind of where we're at as a society. And I think that there's no conspiracy going on. There was a 4 or 1.8% chance that the Mavs could get Cooper Flag, and they got Cooper Flag. But I just think that we don't like seeing teams or people or entities who have made terrible mistakes be sort of gifted and kind of excused, for lack of a better word, and celebrated. I don't know. I can't quite think of the right word, but you guys know what I mean, for the mistakes that they've made. It just seems like Dallas can go out of their way to fuck up, and then the sort of like world at large is going to forgive them and give them a big, huge present in between. And it reminds me of like rich kids who could like fail over and over again or something like that, and then still have all the guardrails to sort of pick them back up again, right? And continue to, thrive when the rest of us have to suffer. And that's what it feels like with the Mavericks. It just feels like deeply unfair that the rich keep on getting richer, right? That the Dallas Mavs could fuck up as big as they did, and they could just kind of, move on because now they have a future again, with Cooper Flag and a team all of a sudden, whereas before that they were completely and totally fucked. And there's all these other fan bases and teams, from Charlotte to Washington to whoever,